PVCC, I'll just give you a little bit of background. I won't say everything on the slide, but it was established in 1972. And since then, we have about 200,000 students come through the door. And we've awarded over 10,700 degrees, associate's degrees and certificates if you added them all together. And each year, more than 500 students transfer to a four-year college or university to pursue a bachelor's degree. And over 2,400 students have transferred to the University of Virginia alone. And the enrollment for this fall 2012 numbered like 7,876. And so enrollment's going up, and we had a record enrollment, I guess, for credit classes, which 5,693 students were taking credit classes. So that's, and PVCC now has 3 campuses, I just want to say. We don't just have the main campus on 501 College Drive. In 2012 summer, we launched the one in Greene County, the Eugene Giuseppe Center. And so residents of Greene County, I got to know them really well. I was out there they can now take classes out there, general ed courses, and they have a nice facility, a computer lab. And we also have now the Jefferson Center. PVCC has a campus there. Part of what I think one of the main thrusts was the new kitchen. We have a new degree now. It's the culinary arts degree. It's an associate's of applied science. It's not a transferable degree, but it's a wonderful degree because we have a lot of tourism in this area. So anyway, I've been through it's a state-of-the-art kitchen. You're allowed to go in, maybe you can even ask for a tour. But anyway, it's beautiful. So that's another center, it's another campus that we have now. So we have one downtown, one on, off Route 20, and one in Greene County. And a couple of facts, 50% of higher education students begin at the community college level, and over 1/2 of those community college students transfer to complete a 4-year degree. And 98% of our graduates reported that PVCC helped them meet their career goals and academic goals. And over half of those graduates reported that their annual salary is higher due to their degree. This is a fun fact thing I always bring. These people graduated from community college. They went to community college before they went to some of them went to onto a 4-year, but you've got Tom Hanks, Walt Disney, these are my favorites, Clint Eastwood. We even have an astronaut, Eileen Collins. She went to a community college first. So you have a lot of people that went through a community college and went on to a 4-year degree. This is kind of a PVCC student profile. 38% of our students are 25 and older, 79% are part-timers. And with that 38%, that means that most of our students are still traditional college age. About 2/3 are still traditional college age. And 26% of our students take online classes. These are your enrollment options. You can go part-time or full-time. Part-time is anything below 12 credits. Full-time is 12 credits and above. You can go fall, spring, or summer, evening, daytime, weekend classes, online classes. Online classes are virtual classes. You may need to come to the testing center to get a proctored exam, but they're online. And then we have hybrid classes. Most of the hybrid classes are the IT classes, the computer classes, and they have a classroom component that meets a few times, but the majority of it is online coursework. And then we have learning communities. The learning communities are usually science majors. For example, Chemistry 111 and Math 163 Calculus is taught together, is co-taught, and they integrate the classes and they link the ideas together. So you have 2 separate teachers teaching the classes together. And those are the different enrollment options. Some of the bonuses that go into PVCC is our average class size is 19 students. So that's a small student-to-teacher ratio. We have a very accomplished faculty. Our average tuition is $3,800 a year versus $7,800 a year at a 4-year public university. We also have a Nelnet payment plan to assist with paying for tuition. And that, if you're interested in, you can find out more about that from our financial aid office. Financial aid, I'm just going to briefly cover this, that there are basically 4 types of financial aid. You can get grants, scholarships, federal work study, and student loans. Your grant your full Pell Grant, if you got it, would be $5,550. This money does not require repayment as long as a student attends and completes classes in the term for which the aid was received. They are both state and federal grants available. This is a need-based grant. And in order to be eligible, or to see if you're eligible for this Pell Grant, you will need to fill out the FAFSA, which is right here. Can you see this? That's the free application for federal student aid. And some of you, if you didn't get one of these, I should have handed these out. I'm going to give you a packet. Did you get one of these?
No.
Okay. Inside here are some inserts. Now the tuition has not been updated. Our tuition for the fall is $133.65. But the other information is pretty accurate. Did you get one of these?
Yeah.
Okay, so you already have one.
Yeah.
And the FAFSA website, we have one of the inserts has the FAFSA website and information, and financial aid information on it. It's under tuition, financial aid, and payment plan. So you can find out how to go there and fill out the FAFSA. And if you do have questions, you can always, we have a financial aid office, you can use that as a resource. Another form of financial aid are scholarships, and this money does not require repayment either. And here's the website. If you go on and check out the scholarships, some of these scholarships are not PVCC based, and they can be found on websites, and we give the websites for those as well. And another form is federal work study, and this is a need-based program that provides part-time jobs for students. The money earned that you earn as a federal work study you can use towards tuition or educational expenses or even personal expenses. And students need to be, you must take, full and part-time students can apply to receive a Pell Grant, but you must be in a program. So you have a program of studies. You have to declare a program of studies to be eligible to get a Pell Grant and to be eligible for the federal work study. You have to take 6 credits in order to be eligible. You can take more than 6 credits, but you have to take at least 6 credits to be in the federal work study program. I've worked a lot with federal work study students. I've helped train them and work with them, and they've helped me with projects. And this is a great way for students to get really good work experience they can put on their resume, and they make pretty good money. So this is a great program. And then student loans. Now this money does require repayment, and you must also file a FAFSA and work with our financial aid office to complete the additional required paperwork. I want to touch base on our resources that we have. As a student, you're eligible for resources at PVCC that help you to succeed. You are eligible to go to our Learning Center and use tutoring in almost every subject, which is free to you. It's part of the student fee. You don't have to pay extra. We have qualified, trained tutors in almost every subject, and it really can help a student. I used to work in the Learning Center. I used to see students that were struggling in math. Usually it's only 1 or 2 parts of the math problem and once they get tutoring, they can go on to the next step. It's like a building block. And we have academic coaching as well. And the academic coach, I actually utilized that. I was taking some classes again after being away from college for years and years, and I was getting really nervous taking tests, and they had me take this test here called the LASSE. And the LASSE kind of evaluated my test-taking strategies and my study strategies, and she helped me, and that alleviated some of the anxiety I had to take the test. So anyway, these are some of the resources. So we can prepare for placement tests if you have to take them. We have online resources, online and paper practice tests. We have software in the math quadrant that people can use during their coursework. They can use it not just to prepare for a placement test, which we do offer free. You can take placement tests at PVCC to see where you place, if you place into college level, or if you need to take developmental courses. And then we have the resources for you to practice and to get better at the material before you take the placement test, which is we highly recommend because it can save you time and money. Yes, sir?
Is that placement test the test we had to take in order to get into dual enrollment courses?
Yes, the VPT. So if you and I talked, I think you've taken them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if did you take both English and math?
It was just English, I think.
Okay. So have you taken your SATs?
Yeah.
So if you get a 520 or higher on an SAT, you don't have to take the placement test. And you test, if you get a 520 or higher, you tested into college level math. You don't have to take developmental math.
Yeah.
See, every program has they say that you have to show proficiency in the modules, like 1 through 9, and that's what the placement tests cover. Once they, I was explaining this to someone, once they show proficiency in those models, depending on the program of study that you choose, some are 1 through 9, some are only 1 through 5. It depends on the, that it doesn't need as much math. Then once you show proficiency, then you're allowed to take college level classes. And the way that you show proficiency is the placement test. Okay? All right, where am I? I thought it was in the one. Okay. These are the program options. You're looking at an Associates of Arts or an Associates of Science. These are transfer programs. These can be completed in 2 years. They may take longer. For instance, engineering often takes an additional year or semester. The goal is to transfer to a four-year college or university to achieve a bachelor's degree. And then we have the Associates of Applied Science, and these can be completed in 2 years, may take longer. You can talk to an advisor for more details. The goal is to prepare for direct entry into a career. Then we have certificates and career study certificates. They typically take 1 to 3 semesters to complete. And this goal is to prepare for a more immediate job placement, job skill development, or promotion opportunities. And then we have individual courses. People come in to take individual courses for personal enrichment or lifetime learning. Okay, let's go into programs of study. These are the Associates of Arts and Associates of Science degrees that transfer, providing the first 2 years of study for bachelor's degrees. And this is a list of them. We have about 13. There's business administration, computer science, education, engineering, and then we have specializations in the physical and natural sciences now, like in biotechnology and horticulture. And the one in science is more general. So if you're not sure what science field you're going to eventually study at a four-year school, then we suggest that people take the specialization in science because it's more general and broad. Then we have the arts. We have liberal arts, which is a very popular degree because it transfers to most four-year schools, and it also has the English and the language component, which you will need if you go to a college, for instance, like UVA. A lot of students use liberal arts because you have to. This one has the languages incorporated into that. You have to have 2 years of languages to go to UVA. Then you have your visual and performance arts, your specialization. We have arts, dance, music, theater, and drama. If y'all have any questions when I'm talking, I'm trying to get through a lot, so I talk fast. Just let me know. Sorry, couldn't tell where I was during this little thing. These are the associate degrees, certificates and career study certificates. These are the ones that prepare you for a direct entry into a career. And you'll see, I'm not going to name them all, but you can see if there's one that you're interested in, I could actually take you to the website after I'm finished and you could look it over the curriculum. But this is listed. This is the list of the Associates of Applied Sciences certificates. And here's the career study certificates, which are shorter even than the certificates. And then we have the industry certificate courses. Most of those are the IT courses, computer courses. And this one right here, the culinary arts, that's new for this year. It just started 2013 fall. Okay, I'm going to breach this topic, the PVCC Guaranteed Admissions Agreement. What is guaranteed admissions? Well, basically, each of the schools listed has made an agreement with PVCC that states that if you earn around 60 credits at PVCC, which includes taking a list of specific classes in addition to earning a certain GPA, you will be admitted to their four-year school. Now, not all schools have the same GPA or courses, so you have to know where you're going, where you plan on going. You have to know what four-year school you want to go to and maintain the four-year school's GPA and that list of courses that they want you to take specific to their school and specific to the program that you're applying to. Because UVA has a number of programs and they're different. Engineering, you would use different math than you would in the School of Education, in Curry School. Okay? Do y'all understand that? How that works? And with guaranteed admissions, you have to earn an associate's degree, which means if you take 1 year at PVCC, you can transfer to a four-year school, but it's going to be with competitive admissions, not guaranteed. Guaranteed, you have to get the associate's degree at PVCC, maintain the GPA, take the correct courses. Then you do that, then you're guaranteed into that school.
Where do you find that information? Is it at PVC's website or do
I'm gonna, I'm almost finished with these,
Okay.
I'm not gonna talk a whole lot more, but, and then I'll show you, I'll go to the website. The website's better than the PowerPoint. Because it's much more, a lot of information, and we just keep making it better, so it's easier to navigate. Let's see. We have an admissions and advising center. I want you to take advantage of that. That's where you can get your academic advising, including transfer. We have transfer advisors. This is what they do every day. And they can help you map out a plan and a program and find out which school has what you want so that you're not taking classes that you don't need at PVCC, so that you can get into the guaranteed admissions if you're interested. And we also have a career center that can help you with your career interests. We have a career office. We also have advising on four-year college and the transfer process, faculty advisors, and we have assistance in finding college resources you need to succeed. If you don't know, for instance, in the library, all those resources you need to utilize and find out how to use the database. There are personnel in the library that will help you to do your papers and things like that. These are basically the steps to enrollment. For everyone, you would have to put in an application. Some of you already have one if you're dual enrolled. You need to apply for financial aid, FAFSA, make an appointment with an advisor. You're going to send in official transcripts. If you're a high school student, you would want to bring in your transcripts to the session that I'm going to tell you about just one second. If you're interested in the health allied programs. Basically, you'd be meeting with an advisor, so the advisor would interpret your placement test score and finalize your academic plan. And then you register for your classes, and then pay for your classes and purchase your books. We always put that in there, and you'd be surprised how many students a few days before class still don't have their books. And it's really important to get them to stay ahead in your classes. Now, for students that are coming out of high school, you're required to attend a SOAR session, and SOAR stands for Student Orientation Advisement Registration. We advertise this on our website, and you'll be seeing it early June, right after you graduate, and you have to sign up. You literally have to call, or sometimes we have it on the website, but you have to call, make an appointment, and sign up to attend one of these. They're about 2.5 hours long, so maybe a little longer. And in order to be eligible to be in a SOAR session, you'll have to put in an application and have your placement test done. That's so that we know what courses, when you arrive, we know what courses you're eligible to take, that you place into. Because by the time you leave the SOAR session, an advisor has worked with you, you leave with a schedule. You're ready to go, okay? So your enrollment procedures would be a little bit different than an adult, because you're right out of high school. Some of you are dual enrolled, already have an application in, but everybody has to have an application, apply for financial aid, and then attend a SOAR session for a high school student. And by the time they leave the SOAR session, they'll have their schedule. Are there any questions about that? And this is a website, the virginiawizard.org. Have any of y'all been to that? This is a place where you can look at careers and career clusters, programs and majors, and you can search it by program and degrees. I have a bookmark. I'll give each one of you one of those. You can use that. It gives you the website and everything. It gives you the links. Dual enrollment. Are you seniors? Are you both seniors?
I'm a senior.
You're a junior. Are you planning to take dual enrollment courses?
I'm not.
Well, you talk to your counselor, but I'll just tell you briefly, dual enrollment courses are taken at your high school, and they're taught by credentialed high school instructors, but they're PVCC and adjunct faculty as well. And the tuition is covered by the high school, and you receive college and high school credit. So you need to talk to them if you're interested in taking that, if you think that's something that you could do. And dual credit courses are different than dual enrollment. Dual enrollment are taken at the high school, and the tuition is covered by the high school, whereas dual credit courses are taken at PVCC. The tuition is covered by the student. You receive college credit, and you may receive high school credit as well, but you have to check with your high school. But the dual enrollment, these definitely, you will get both high school credit towards your graduation and credit towards a college degree at PVCC. Okay, I don't need to cover any more about dual enrollment. Now I think what I'm gonna do is I have a few minutes, I'm gonna go to the website. And your question, here's the PVCC website, hopefully it's gonna work. And I clicked on admissions just now, did you see that? The admissions link, it's right here. And down here is transfer opportunities. All right, and this goes over how you can earn an associate's degree at PVCC, then transfer to a four-year school. And if you click under this link, Guaranteed Admissions Agreement, it's gonna give you the whole list here of colleges. And which one would you like me to click on one, just for an example?
Click on UVA, maybe. Yeah, UVA, the career school.
Let's see if it'll go to, if I can get that deep. Hopefully, someone said there was a little problem that they're working on our website here. College-wise. I just want to see if they have this career school. Let me just click on this and see. Wow, this is new. Okay. Over here, it gives the admissions timetable. Events. All right. Transfer students, transfer admission information.
Transfer course requirements, can you pull that one up? It's right underneath admission.
Did I pass it?
It's right on the left. Down one more, right there.
Sure.
Yes.
All right, we generally grant credit for any courses, and you want this Curry
Curry
School of
School.
Education?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
This is how you would get to it, and it's actually giving you the course requirements for transfer.
right.
Everything that, and, yeah. It gives others too here, it gives,
Mhm.
and the procedures, and it even gives you the timeline. So, this is, I won't go through every single thing, but this is how you would navigate it. And this has been updated, this is different than when I went to it, so it's much nicer. And it also will give you the GPA that you need, right? It says we can. All right, what other link would y'all, is there any other questions or any other place that you would like to navigate on PVCC? Any others? There are frequently asked questions, the transfer opportunities. I'm open for questions. I always give the last 8 minutes for questions. Sometimes I have a lot, but we don't have very many people. Basically, they asked me, this was going to be like a guaranteed admission session and enrollment questions, you know, how steps to enrollment, but I realized that a lot of people, I think you were here last year maybe?
No?
No? Okay, I thought I recognized you. But the individuals in the back, we talked a long time at my table earlier this evening. But we have advisors at PVCC, a transfer advisor, Kemper Steele, and another one, Kristen, who can really help you and build up, you know, a schedule, and they will be available during the SOAR sessions. Kemper was there at every single one. All right, well, I'm going to, if you have any other questions, I'm definitely, I will tell you also, one of the benefits of PVCC is right now, we're still enrolling people. We have late start classes. This is when you're a regular student, not a high school student. The dual enrolled students are already in classes and going after it. But we also have late start classes, which really helps sometimes if you have additional sections of classes. They're not as long. They're 10-week classes, so they're more condensed. But we also offer that as an enrollment option. And one of the things, I don't know if I mentioned, but we have some of the opportunities that we have at PVCC. We have art exhibits. We have we have like the days that we have performances. Students get vouchers, they can come to see the Richmond Ballet, and if they're not interested in that, we have magicians come. They have all different kinds of theater performances that are part of their student fee. And we have student activities and clubs that they can join so that there's more of a campus life like there is on a four-year school. We have honor societies like Phi Theta Kappa, and we also have a new one for math that has just started this semester, an honor society for math students. It's headed up by Diane Valad, who is one of the math teachers, a very well-respected math professor at PVCC, and she's heading up that. We also have some recreational and sport activities. We have we have a really good tennis club. We have I think they might still have ping pong, and there's also a frisbee club. So we don't have all of the sports at a four-year school, but we do have those types of activities as well, where you can socialize with students, and the clubs are really important. And I would think that if I were going to PVCC, I did for 1 year, I did try to get involved in the clubs. It makes you feel more like you're part of the campus. Thank you. Are you going to start?
No, I'm going to wait until the start time, just in case there are people
Okay.
who want.
All right. Well, I am
So-
finished for this evening. Unless y'all have questions, I'll be glad to.
What are the classes that are doing the dual enrollment plans, like drugs, history kind of things?
They're different for every high school.
Okay.
What are you taking?
I took U.S. History junior year. I'm taking government now, English 12.
Right. So you can take English. You can take English, PLS, which is government, and then you can take history. Well, saying what they are for PVCC doesn't mean it's not the same what they call them here, but
Right.
it's basically, I think it's American history and it's government, political science, and then it's English. And I'm not sure if they don't offer more. You would talk to the counselors here
Mhm.
to find out what dual enrollment courses that they offer at Monticello High School and what would be appropriate. I would definitely do that and see
Mhm.
if you think he would. It is a college course, and it's
Mhm.
rigorous,
Right.
and you must consider that those grades that he makes in that dual enrollment course
Count.
stay on his college transcript,
Okay.
okay? Because they're college courses.
Sure.
And he's getting dual credit.
Gives you a good head start.
It gives you a head start, it saves money.
Takes the pressure off in first year.
I think it gives them a really good taste of the
Right.
type of coursework, and it's
Mhm.
more homework, and I think, why don't you tell them I'm just thinking, why would I have you tell them? I can read about it.
Yeah. So it's a lot more homework and a lot more work, but I think it's actually worth it. I mean, it's not like in the AP where you have to take a test in order to get college credit.
Right.
If you get a C average, you already have college
Right.
credit. And yeah, I mean, you can use the website and
Mhm.
everything like that.
Well, I think one of the nice things about being able to come into college with some college credit is that you can take like maybe your first semester or, like a semester when you're transitioning, you
Yes.
have the option of taking a little bit of a lighter course
Mhm.
load. Which comes in really handy, because when you're like taking full college credits, when you're taking a full college course load, maybe taking 4 classes instead of 5, because you have some college credits under your belt, I just think is really smart, because you're kind of adjusting to that, it's one thing to take 2 or 3 college classes combined with high school classes, but, when you're taking a full college load, to be able to take, have the luxury of taking a little bit of a lighter load while you're kind of getting used to that college, college lifestyle, just that whole transition, is just really nice. And you can sort of do that because you've done that through credit, you've got those credits behind you, so.
It also stores up additional credits that you can take on the end. If you have an interest in, like, if you take more classes and you've already done a year of college, and you're going to a four-year school, after you've transferred after 2 years, you could actually take some more classes that you're interested in. That's what
Right,
students have
more
told me that
electives
they plan on doing.
More
like that,
electives, yeah.
so.
Like they
it
could take
gives you a lot of
additional-
different options to kind of work with,
Right.
so.
Okay, thanks. All right.
Thank you.